And a very good morning.
Morning.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yes.
It's very sunny outside.
It is.
We could be back in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be great. Anyway, first of all,
Oh,
cheers.
yes, cheers.
Cheers.
So we thought we would, it's been 7 weeks now, so we thought we would give our opinion and our review on our P&O Arvia Caribbean cruise. Didn't we?
Yes.
So, first of all, let me apologise.
Yeah.
Because if you've been watching any of the vlogs, which hopefully you have, we noticed that the sound
Some of the
quality
sound, yeah,
isn't the best.
Depended on what camera you used, I think.
Yes, definitely. So when we're on the ship and at meal times and things like this, we use this little camera, this little DJI. It's a really nice little camera, but it comes with a microphone. The microphone is actually not the best because all it does, it takes the sound away from this. Person wearing the microphone, it picks up fine.
Yeah, which is me.
Normally.
Yeah, and I'm loud enough, I don't need a mic. So really,
so maybe
I don't need one.
I should have worn it. So we noticed, but we didn't notice until we came back. And so what I do is I film it all and then I'll try and put it together when we come home. So when I was
shame about that. But
when I was editing it, we realised that some of the sound
weren't very good.
It's fine if you're using it for, if there's just one of you holding it and speaking, but if you're having a conversation, then it's no good because, as I said, all it does is take the sound away from this and the person use it. So we apologise for that. It won't happen again because we won't use that mic again. We shall stick to these ones that we normally use. But this camera's great because we don't want to stick a great big camera in people's face, especially at meal times.
No, it comes in handy.
It's very discreet. That's why we use it.
When we go for something to eat of the night, and you don't want to carry that big thing about anyway, do you?
No, definitely.
So it's easier to carry about for a start, isn't it, really? So that's that over and done with.
So we thought we would talk about the holiday of 2 weeks in the Caribbean on Arvia. And we shall start with airport, do you reckon?
Yeah, the airport.
So we were lucky enough to go with TUI.
Yeah.
We did hear some horror stories.
But then other people said it weren't as bad.
Malta, was it?
Yeah.
Malta?
Yeah.
Yeah, other people
depends who you spoke to.
Said it was fine. So we got up to the airport and we were through in
no time at all.
With TUI, it was brilliant.
Case is gone.
Yeah.
Then time's your own.
Maybe a little queue at security, but there always is.
Well, there always is.
Through security.
Yeah, that weren't that long, was it?
The flight, we all boarded all on time. We did sit on the runway for
about 55 minutes, something like that. Because there was so much traffic.
That was nothing to do with TUI. That was to do with air traffic control.
Yeah, it was a Saturday, so it was busy.
It was really busy. And what I did, because we haven't been on a flight that long for such a long time, I thought I'll book the extra legroom seats. Now,
especially with my long legs.
They were £45 each. So that was both ways, so that was 180 quid. But
yeah, it's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but I think I thought it was a good.
Yeah, I quite liked it because
they were near the toilets.
Yeah, I mean we had the biggest bit there, didn't we?
Yeah. Being near the toilets, you do get people obviously queuing for the toilets, but what we did in the end was stick our legs out.
Yeah, but it didn't make no difference when I stuck mine out anyway.
This is our area. You're not coming in our area. But I thought. It was
I liked it. And then if I wanted to get up, didn't have to say to, the person next to me, "Oh, excuse me." I could just get up and walk straight forward, and that was it. Yeah. I didn't have far to go. Yeah.
So.
And don't disturb anyone.
The drinks were flowing, weren't they?
They were.
They made an announcement. You shouldn't drink too much alcohol on the flights.
No, dehydration and all that. Yeah.
4 times they came round.
I know.
With glasses of wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't realise that they were like free. They came with the flight. we were looking through the brochure, weren't we?
Yeah, and I said, I'll have one of them. You must have thought, you're nuts or something when you get them free. Yeah. So yeah, that was very good, and the food was okay as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have any complaints about the flight.
None at all. Then when you land in Barbados, the good thing is once you put your cases on, you don't see them again, which is hopefully you'll see them again.
Oh yeah.
They do. They get transported to the ship.
Straight to the ship. So you get off, and then off the plane, coaches are waiting. Straight on the coaches, and then
taken to Barbados to pick the ship up.
Yeah.
And of course, you join in a big queue, but it moves, doesn't it, to go through security?
Yeah, it's always
it's always a embarkation stuff and all that sort of thing.
But that was all good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that went very smoothly. Then obviously you do your muster stuff and all that.
And go to your room. You've got a tip, haven't you?
Here's a tip. The first tip, we've only been going a few minutes, and there's a tip. Check your embarkation pass to see what room number it is. Ours was 440, and Dopey here said, oh, it's 404.
And so, what we were saying before Angela knocked, to make sure we was in the right room.
Yes.
Because they already caught us in the wrong room.
Yep.
We had to quickly explain ourselves.
Put the cards back in the envelope, make out the envelope hadn't been ripped open.
They should have your names on.
Well, you would have thought so.
So.
But we should have looked.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, what was that?
Well, you said it was 414, so you were just as bad.
Yeah, but I didn't have my glasses on, but you should have known. So yeah, so it's 440. So we went in the wrong room.
We were in the wrong room. Madam visited the loo.
Yeah.
Only a number 1, not a number 2.
No, thank God.
But, I mean, we were tired. I could have quite easily had a kip. So imagine we got in the bed, and then they turned up, and there we were, backsides up in the air, fast asleep. Oh, that would have looked great, wouldn't it? So always check.
Yeah, check
that you're going to the right room. And so our room was 440, and that was a deluxe cabin. It was called, and it did have that extra bit of room, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it did have extra room.
I mean. All the other rooms were fine.
Oh yeah,
we just thought
room we went in looked okay, but with just a bit more room, wasn't it? And
so I really enjoyed the room.
I did.
Really did.
Yeah, I think everything in there was good.
Yeah, the only thing was the biscuits.
Oh yeah. I don't know why she didn't leave us any biscuits.
So we've heard you have to ask for them now.
Well, if they're not in the room.
Yeah.
If they don't put them in the room, then ask. So.
Yes.
And
the ship is very similar. Arvia, very similar.
Yeah, they are.
If you've been on Iona, you will find your way about, no problem. Just a few different restaurants, really, isn't it?
Yeah, other than much of a muchness.
Yeah, I think so. What about the food?
The food?
On the ship?
Yes, I thought in the main dining room and that it was okay, wasn't it? It was, no complaints really.
No, we did speak to people who. Remember, this is our opinion. Absolutely hated it, didn't they? Thought the food was awful. Yeah. Now we'd been on Ventura and we weren't.
No, that I did think was awful.
Yeah, the food on there wasn't very good.
So it was a step up from there anyway.
This was much better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Nothing fantastic in the main dining room, but it certainly wasn't awful.
No.
Was it?
And it's better on a formal night. I thought the food was all right. I keep sipping down.
Yeah.
The food was okay in there, and the breakfast and the toast was better in the morning, wasn't it? It's much better, not that stuff that if it fell on your foot it'd break your foot. But no, that was okay. And then the what I didn't like, because we booked up to go in the Olive Grove and the beach house. The Olive Grove, I thought, because it's big, isn't it? It's very big.
Huge. Yeah.
But it was quite empty when we went in.
Yeah.
And so there was a few people sitting, and they put everyone together
in the same little area.
And we were all squashed up.
Yeah.
I didn't like that really. No. And
the
menus changed, so I didn't get what I thought. I thought I'd already, in my head, ordered what we were going to have. I was going to order us pizza and salad to share, but that weren't even on there.
I wasn't getting a look in.
So I reckon you had a word with them, change the menu.
Beach house?
The beach house, I really didn't like.
No.
Because on the other P&O ones we've been on, they put the placemats on to make it look different of a night. Little candle, don't they?
Yeah.
Just to make it look different, because obviously it's in the buffet. But they didn't do any of that.
No.
There was no placemats down, and then they squashed us up with other people.
Did, yeah.
And I just didn't like it at all.
And the food,
I didn't.
I had the
you'll
rocks.
see my apple pie.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's the worst thing I've ever ate or tried to eat.
I had the lava rock steak, and that wasn't.
You said it wasn't as good.
On Ventura.
No, I much prefer Ventura's
beach
house
restaurant.
and Olive Grove. Did they? Yeah.
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 And we went to the Epicurean, and that was nice.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. We had those funny looking frog's
They do
legs.
look after you in the Epicurean. Very attentive, isn't it? As we said before.
Yeah, and the food was nice.
Slightly
Ambience
different.
was nice.
Yeah, I had the frog's legs.
Yeah, they looked funny, didn't
Yeah,
they?
it just tasted exactly the same as chicken.
Chicken. Everything tastes like chicken.
But another tip. So when we boarded the ship, we had booked to go in Green & Co, which we thoroughly enjoyed, didn't we?
Yeah.
But remember, you don't get your cases until later on in the evening. Now, we had booked the restaurant for about 7:30.
Yeah, it was 7:30.
So we had, obviously, I had a shower, but I had to go in the clothes that I had travelled in, which wasn't the best.
I had to put a dress in my little hand luggage, so I could at least put that on.
So tip number 2, try and put something in your carry-on luggage that you're going to wear, maybe just to change a shirt or what have you. I mean, the ship understands that.
Oh yeah,
you haven't got your cases yet. There's no problem.
You can still go anywhere.
It just makes you feel a little
I
bit
felt
better.
grotty.
But Green & Co was really nice, wasn't it? Different.
Yeah, I like that.
And we did book to go again, but we cancelled it because we were doing something else.
Yeah, we were doing something else, I think, weren't we?
Yeah. So, staff were really friendly, weren't they?
They were very much more friendly, again, than what we've experienced before.
Yep.
I thought they were, mind you, they're probably because they're happy, they're in a nice hot country, but no, they were really, really, really nice, weren't they?
Yeah.
No complaints about that. There was a few that didn't speak or acknowledge you, but...
The only time that we went down in the restaurant downstairs, with the one with no tablecloths, can't even think what it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember, because...
No, that was they weren't so friendly in there, were they? We went there for lunch.
Oh, that's right,
we went in a restaurant for lunchtime.
Yeah.
And I can remember we had that curry, which curry is quite nice.
Yeah, it was nice, but
they were quite miserable, actually, weren't they?
Yeah.
But all the
they were
others
the worst.
in the main dining room, they were brilliant. Some of them would say, "Oh, you should come back to this table every night," and all this sort of thing.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
So I must have made a good impression on them, mustn't I?
Do you reckon it was you?
I should imagine so.
I've just thought, you blend in again. I wonder if anyone can see you. You got the same colour top as the sofa. You're blending in.
I'm very
You're very beige. Beige Brian.
Yeah.
You're BB and I'm Triple P.
Yes. Now what? Entertainment?
Yeah, entertainment. What did we think of that?
So, how many shows did we go and see, do you reckon?
We didn't go every night.
No, we didn't. Which is unusual. We do go to a lot of them, actually.
But we didn't, did we?
And remember, you
have to book them.
Book them.
Yeah, you do have to book. So
and that reminds me, another tip. I'm full of tips, aren't they? Going back to the food. Usually, the restaurants open you can book them on the app when you're at home. I think it's 2 weeks,
2 weeks before
but this one, you've got to keep an eye on it because this opened slightly earlier than 2 weeks. So that could make a difference.
What one?
When we went on Arvia.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, the booking.
Oh, right, I didn't know.
Yeah, that. So normally it's 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
I think this opened
then you could
maybe
get caught out
15 or 16 days, only slightly earlier. But you know, all your spaces could be gone. So it's best to keep an
eye on it.
Yeah, to make sure that it hasn't opened already. But going back to the theatre, we didn't go to many shows. The ones that we did go and see, I thought
George Michael was good. I thought it was really good. Yeah.
That's why there was quite a lot of footage of that.
Yeah, I thought he sounded like him, he looked like him.
I kept going to cut some of the footage, but I thought, I like him singing that song. And I like
so it's all about you, what you like. I can't remember who else we saw.
Odyssey.
I can't remember.
You know that vocal group? 2 girls, 2 blokes.
Oh, I can't remember.
Singing sort of a few ABBA songs and all, and he had electronic drums and all that sort of thing. I thought he was. They were all right. Who else did we see?
I've no idea. I can't remember.
Did we go and see many more?
Yeah, I think we went about 3 or 4 times, but I can't remember who the others were. So sorry about that. I can't remember.
It didn't stick.
It ain't stuck in our head. No. And then the usual, like in the clubhouse, you got Pulse, haven't you? And they do different. They're always doing different sets.
Oh, she's got it right.
I know, sets, not sections. They're good. And then in the Amber Lounge, where you got they do all the reggae, them two, I forgot their names. Can you remember their names?
No.
I thought they were good, the bloke and the woman.
They did have not just Pulse, because Pulse would sometimes be up in the Sky Dome.
Well, they go all round, don't they? They do.
Look, I'm doing that again, up in the Sky Dome.
Oh yeah, up there.
And they had that other reggae group in the clubhouse that time. Sometimes you've got to get there very early, though, if you want. With a lot of play, especially in the clubhouse, if you go there, it is absolutely rammed, isn't it? If there's someone on that people want to see that are good, you got no chance. We did see the comedian in there, but you didn't like that pathetic.
at all.
I've got to say that comedian was rubbish. I'm not being horrible.
No,
it wasn't very. It's like a child's thing.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think they have to be careful, and then the later one at 10:30 or whatever, then they can say and do more. But
and then after when the Limelight Club finishes, you can go in there and the band normally plays, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's quite a nice venue.
And I like going up in the Crow's Nest.
Crow's Nest is...
It's a bit more...
But that's not entertainment. Well, there's a piano player up there, as I see you're losing the plot already. 7:10 Club. So we went in the 7:10 Club. The only reservation we could get was the late one, 12 o'clock or 12:15, something like that. But if you go along, which we did, we went to one of the earlier ones and said, we've got 12:15 booked. If you've got any spaces,
which a lot of times they do, because people don't turn up.
People don't turn up.
Or they cancel.
So we got in on the early one, didn't we?
Yeah, I think that happens quite a bit, because...
I do like the 7:10 Club.
Oh, I do.
You know?
Yeah, like I kept saying.
Please do not say it again.
Up close and personal, isn't it?
Yeah, you're always saying that.
Yeah, so that was good. But I did like it in there. We didn't go to the Limelight Club to see any who was in there. There was Lee Lee Mead, and who was the other one that was in there?
Oh, we saw him up in the Matt
Cardle.
We saw him up in the Crow's Nest, didn't we? Must have been with his parents or something.
Yeah, he was sitting up there having a drink. Yeah, we didn't. I thought, oh, leave him alone.
No, you...
What?
When I was looking at it, I thought you went to film... Lee Mead was sitting in the atrium signing copies of something.
And I went and...
Yeah, you went and filmed. You said, oh, I'm going to be very discreet. And then you go up with the camera. He's sitting there and you're all like that. There he is, there's Lee Mead over there.
Have you...
I thought, how discreet. No, I haven't sort of edited that one yet. It's got to come out while we're talking.
Yeah, I'm not very good at being discreet.
No, not at all.
I'll try, but it don't work. So I'm in the atrium at the moment, and I'm going to try and discreetly... Brian over there with his drink. I'm going to discreetly see if I can film Lee Mead while they're all queuing up for meet and greet. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there he is. Signing everything. Getting their CDs. Sorry about that.
No. But
I haven't seen that.
Overall, entertainment was okay,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, obviously there's the silent discos. They did 2 of them.
Yes, and we've done them, haven't we? We've done them numerous times now, and they do play the same old music,
that is
though.
The thing, they play the same music.
Yeah, I think they need to
switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, because you think, oh, you sort of know what's coming, don't you? But enjoy it, but...
2 formal nights.
Yes, and you get a glass of wine the first formal night.
Yeah.
3 glass of Prosecco, which we've got now, haven't we?
But they did forget our chocolates.
Yes, they did.
On the first one.
Yeah, because at the end of the meal, you get your coffee, or should be offered your coffee or whatever you want, and they meant to bring you little chocolates.
And a amuse-bouche on the next one, they forgot.
So they missed the chocolates out on the first formal night. Then the second formal night, I thought, I'm going to make sure I get them chocolates.
They weren't getting away with that again.
No. But it was only at the end of the meal we thought, oh, we didn't get her a amuse-bouche.
No.
So you do have to watch.
And I was surprised how many people dressed up, how many...
I told you they would.
Yeah, I didn't think... Because it's the Caribbean, I was under the impression that it'd be more casual and people wouldn't dress up for the black tie nights, gala nights, but lots and lots
of people did, and I thought they would.
Yeah, no, I was quite
just
surprised.
Because I know I keep. I'm going to hang on a minute. I'm going to get something to sit on. Go on, carry on.
Little short ass.
Because I keep slipping off.
Yeah, I was surprised.
That's better.
You like the dressing up part of it, don't you?
Oh, I prefer dressing up. I like evenings better than the daytimes.
Yeah.
That's better.
So
sit up
if you're into it, then they definitely do the dressing up part on gala nights.
Yes, they do.
You wouldn't look out of place, because I thought I might look a little bit out of place. There wouldn't be many doing it.
Well, I didn't want you to turn up in short, like smart. Yeah. I don't like you wearing shorts of a night if we go in the main dining room, but you can't anyway.
You can't. I actually did. I went there once and I got turned away.
Yeah, but then we saw other people later and they had them on.
Yeah, they said we don't allow shorts in the main dining room, which is great, you know.
Yeah, I think so. And that's the thing about in the buffet, when you're sitting there and I know it's a buffet and you can walk in casual and all that during the day, but there were some people I'd think, oh, cover up. You know, they were walking through just in a bikini or something and blokes with no tops going up to food. I just think, I think you should cover up.
We went up a few times for lunch and the food was fine. A great variety. Sea days, it can be a bit manic. And there's quite a few sea days on this cruise because the ship is going so slow. It's unbelievable. 4 knots at one time, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4 knots. Didn't even think we were moving.
We went in there one lunchtime and there's blokes walking around.
Yeah.
Just the swimming trunks on, no top on or nothing, up selecting food. And
I don't think...
At least put a T-shirt on or something.
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
so.
You know.
But that's us.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I don't
each to their own, but I just think a bit of, well, what's the word?
Just cover up decorum.
I was thinking of that word, and then I thought, is it the right word? I don't want to say it, but I was right.
So, while we're here, let's talk about sea days.
Yes, sea days.
Sea days, the ship is very busy because everyone's on board.
Being in a hot place as well.
Lots of people
and then go outside.
Sunbathing.
Yes, so it's a little bit with the sunbeds and the towels, isn't it?
I always used to think, they always used to say about the Germans being the worst, but I think we've overtaken the Germans for reserving sunbeds.
Yeah, sunbeds.
People are up at the crack of dawn, putting towels out.
You could see them when you got up and they were going along, staking their place, and then
either go back to bed or go to breakfast.
Yeah.
And some of them, the towels on there for hours.
Yeah, they were.
And even the worst thing than that, people finish with their sunbeds, leave their dirty towels on the sunbeds. So you don't know whether they're...
No, and I think there's plenty of the, to put your dirty towels, there's all the...
How much does it take to pick a dirty towel?
I know.
Do you know
so
what I mean?
You never know. I mean, one time when we were looking, there was some towels and on a couple of sunbeds, and I took them off, and I thought, well, I don't care if anyone's sitting here. There's no...
don't mess with Pearl.
So I chucked them off, and then we did sit there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. To be fair, it didn't really bother us because we're not ones for... Although we went to the Caribbean for nice weather, we're not ones for lying in the sun for hours.
No.
Some people look like, well, fire victims, didn't they? Some of them were red raw, weren't they? Some of them.
Underestimate the sun is so
really
strong.
It really was. But
it's good to probably...
You might find some more on the... Look at me. So we're walking around the ship. On the shady side of the ship, there was some more sunbeds, weren't there?
Yeah, well, they're all round,
yeah, but what I mean is there's more that are available than on the sunny side.
Yeah, sunny side of the ship, which normally we would probably sit on the shady side.
Yeah, us wimpers.
But if you
don't sit in the sun for too long.
I was going to say, if you can, try and get a balcony room.
Yeah, I mean...
If you can, because at least...
I know not everyone can afford it, and it's not everyone's priority.
No.
But for us who aren't bothered about lying on the sunbeds, we found having the balcony absolutely perfect.
Yeah, because we could just go back and lay on there.
We'd go back, sit there and have a drink, and use the balcony as a place to look out over the sea.
Yeah.
And so for us it was perfect.
It was, at least it was somewhere if you couldn't find a seat. I mean, there were plenty of seats.
There's seats.
There's loads everywhere, but if it's where you choose, you can't sort of find where you want to sit, then we just went back to the room, didn't we?
And I did hear that some of the staff were removing towels if they hadn't been
after so long.
So long. But I mean, they shouldn't have to do that. They shouldn't.
No.
People should, once they've finished with the sunbeds, put your towels in the
dirty laundry bit, and then someone else can.
And don't reserve them hours and hours ahead. I don't know. Anyway.
Moaning again.
That's us moaning. What's the other thing now? Excursions.
Excursions. What did you think of them? Right, what was your favourite one?
Favourite one would obviously had to be the helicopter.
The helicopter. I was dreading it because I know we've been on helicopters before. We've been on two before, but that was years ago. And I can remember being scared on them, and I was thinking, it's going over the sea, because I've got a thing about, crashing into the sea. I'm terrified of, in the sea. Funny that, isn't it, going on cruises? But I did enjoy it until the helicopter, he said, you don't sort of realise how fast you're going because you're up there and feels like you're going slow. And then all of a sudden he come down and he was just hovering over the sea, wasn't
across
it?
the sea.
Skimming. Oh, now that it was good, but I was, oh my God.
And then you appreciate the speed that you're going at then.
That was the idea of it, wasn't it? But yeah, carry on.
Expensive, really expensive. But I thought, you know, we never know when we're going to go back to the Caribbean. Well, we do now, but you know, that was the thinking at the time. It's expensive. How often are we going to do that sort of thing? Well, we're not.
Well, I'm glad. I'm really glad we've done it.
Yeah.
Very glad we've done it.
The other one I really enjoyed was when I did the zip line.
Oh, what, when we went up in that?
Yeah.
Oh, for us, not chairlift. Oh, it is a chairlift, not high chair.
It's not a high chair.
Yeah, chairlift.
Yeah.
When we went up the top there, and then you done the zip line.
Yeah.
Oh, you was on a high, weren't you?
That was fantastic. So all these excursions that we did were booked through
P&O.
P&O. And another tip.
Blimey.
We are members of the Peninsula Club. I think that's the right terminology.
Most people are.
But it's worth joining because you do get discounts. I mean, we only get 5% discount.
Should get
we haven't
the
done
next
enough
thing up.
cruises.
Yeah.
But you get discount on your excursions, your restaurants, your drinks and things like that. So it's, I know you get bombarded with emails and all this sort of thing, but
it's worth it,
I think it's good. We've got the next cruise and then that little family one that we're doing.
Right.
And then after that we move up to the next, which is 7.5% off.
Oh, it's not bad. Yeah.
You know, I think it's worth doing it. Just to, you know, you save a little bit of money. It all helps, doesn't it?
Every little helps, as they say.
Buys a few more drinks, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know about a few.
Right, so excursions.
Yeah.
One was cancelled that they didn't tell us.
First one, wasn't it?
The very first one was cancelled because not enough people had booked it. So that was British Virgin Isles, and so when we got off the ship, there was a kiosk there that told you all different
little
excursions, give you the price, how long they were. Which
it's very good because it was all laid out on like the bits of paper and.
So we chose the 2 hour sort of taxi
island,
island
around the island,
quick island, and it was fine. $25 American dollars each, and
I mean that's pretty good for 2 hours.
And it was fine. It took us to that little distillery.
Yes.
It took us to Cane Garden Bay, is it? I think the beach.
Yes.
And we, to be fair,
you only get
20
about
minutes.
Yeah, you didn't get long.
And
there.
he did take us to his mate's bar. And
but that was quite good there, where they were doing the barbecue there, and that was quite.
And you got some nice views being up quite high up. Didn't you?
Yeah. So I thought it was okay.
So that was the first one. That was the one that was the one that we had booked had been cancelled, but all the other excursions, apart from, I would do them all again, apart from the one in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
That was a proper distillery, Ron Barcello Distillery.
Yeah.
And it was all right. It was nothing wrong with it, but it didn't blow me away.
No.
I mean, you're there to really they want you there to
buy their drink
and buy the rum. Which, to be fair, was really cheap. Five American dollars for a reasonable size.
75 CL, I think that was.
Oh, she knows all the.
I think it was something like that.
Of rum. Yeah. So that would be maybe the one that I wouldn't bother.
But
doing
I wouldn't want to just come out of there and do my own thing.
No.
At that port.
I've got to say. They've done a great job with that port.
Is brilliant.
Remember, we got there a day early.
Because of that emergency.
Because there was a medical emergency.
Yeah. And, I mean, they've got a lovely big swimming pool that it's all free, the swimming pool. Well, everything, you know.
All the sunbeds.
Yeah.
Little shop.
I think you have to, if you want what do you call it? An umbrella you have to pay for that. Pay for that, but...
We had heard people saying about maybe not to go out of the port on your own and all this. I mean, I don't know how true it is because we didn't.
We didn't.
But we have watched, since we come back, we have watched vlogs where people did go out on their own, but they said there's not an awful lot there, and they were glad that they didn't go up a particular turn right on a particular street because it looked well dodgy and things like that.
Yeah, and a lot
of the excursions... do have police escort, don't they? So, personally, we wouldn't walk out of the port area on our own.
I know. Next, if we go there again,
We'd stay around it.
I'd stay around the port.
Yeah.
Make the most of that, because I thought that was quite nice, because we was only there a little while.
Yeah.
By the time I come back.
Another tip incoming. I can't remember which port it is, so that's a lot of use.
See if I can.
But always check that you don't need to take your passport with you or a copy of your passport.
Yeah, because we got caught out. I thought they weren't going to let us back on.
She said, well, you can't get back on.
Oh, I was thinking.
Normally I carry a copy.
A photocopy.
Yeah, that I've printed off. And for this particular day,
we
didn't have it for some reason. It's always in my bag. It wasn't in there.
So you got told off?
She said, didn't I just?
She said, well, you can't.
She said, sorry, we can't go through. And so I said, how about I'll go on, get the passports, bring them back.
Yeah, but then you told me you was just going to...
I was going to go on and stay on there.
And leave me there.
No, but eventually she let us through. But it's a lesson, isn't it?
Yeah. Always have something on you.
It does tell you on the daily newspaper.
Yeah, Horizon.
That you need, whether you need passports or anything like that. And
I always think it's good to have a photocopy with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was a good tip, Brian.
Yes, I'm full of tips. But I'm getting smaller and smaller in this seat.
I know, we slipped down, didn't we?
Another excursion that I love was St Lucia in the rainforest.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Have you noticed all our excursions got something to do with heights, being up high?
Yeah, I know. Every single one is heights with you, isn't it?
I thought that was really
but I didn't know we were going to walk because I had the wrong footwear on. It was chucking it down the rain. My hiking sandals. And so, you walk through first, and so which is a good idea.
Yeah.
Then you go up in the...
A bit chaotic. After we'd done our hike, you do half hour hike. Go through the rainforest. Then you go back to a meeting point.
But it was a little bit chaotic.
It was a bit chaotic because there was other ships in.
Yeah, it was a bit disorganised, weren't it?
It was disorganised.
Yeah.
But once you're
on there, it's brilliant.
Fantastic.
Very relaxing, isn't it? And it did rain.
It chucked it down.
Yeah, while we was up there.
It chucked it down.
Fancy that.
Yeah. But brilliant, great views.
I like that.
Fantastic. And the bloke, he's with you all the time. Yeah. He gives you a commentary of...
he was good.
Tells you all about the rainforest. And that was brilliant. Wasn't it? Mm. Was that all the excursions that we did?
No, the train one.
At St Kitts.
Yes, well, we thought we weren't going to do because we got off, didn't we, off the ship, and then went to the meeting point, and then they said you'll have to come back in a couple of hours because I think the train had broke down, and because it had been raining.
Yes.
Yeah, and so there was problems.
Slippery tracks, just like being at home.
Well, it is, isn't it?
So it's a narrow gauge railway.
I like that on there.
It was good, really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
About 18 miles it takes you, I think.
I've no idea.
Something like that.
No idea. But you get to go through all the scenery and funny little villages.
Over some
and then you get a couple of the dancers come on, don't they?
Yeah.
Which I thought it was going to be better than that, what they did.
Well, I mean, I could have done that, to be fair. They're only after a few bob, aren't they?
Yeah, they sort of come along and...
Tip them a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
But the rum was flowing, wasn't it?
Yeah, you had rum, pina colada. And, there was a few different drinks they offered you, so...
So that was the St Kitts Scenic Railway tour. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything in Martinique.
No, we didn't.
So
because the ferries were on strike again.
The ferries.
We probably would have done something. Get off and the ferry port is there. We probably would have done something like that. But no, we just got off and then...
We went to the local beach.
Little beach, or to the right.
We'd seen on previous vlogs that someone had done... that there's a beach not too far. Small one, it's just below the fort. So we got off, had a little wander and ended up on the beach and it was good. It was nice.
Sat there for an hour or so.
And it, to be fair, that was the first beach we did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, most people go there and do beaches,
all
don't
the time. We
just end up in the air.
Yeah. Or in a bar.
Or in a bar, yeah.
And then we wandered about the town. It wasn't. I said at the time, I thought it was very Mediterranean. That's what it reminded me.
Yeah, it was,
wasn't
it?
Caribbean. It was more Mediterranean.
Yeah, it did feel very Mediterranean-y.
And it wasn't. It wasn't my favourite port that we stopped at. To be fair.
No.
It was all right. Nice welcome when we got off. Wasn't it? All the
there was loads, wasn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. And we looked round the stalls. Went to the beach, ended up at a bar as usual, a couple of drinks.
Yeah, that was nice sitting in the square.
Yeah.
Weren't it? And there was like
karaoke going on, wasn't it? It was like it was rubbish, wasn't it? But it did make us laugh.
Yeah, we had a laugh sitting there. Once you got when you went to the bar to order our drink, and I said, I'll have a P&O, please. Comes back with a red wine because he didn't understand.
The bloke didn't speak English. And maybe we should know their language.
I know.
But I tried to say...
I really fancied a nice cold P&O.
But I ended up with red. But
red
it was
wine.
fine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that was all right, Martinique. It was not one of our...
No.
Not one of the best.
It was okay.
Was it? But
so that's all the entertainment. No, I mean all the excursions.
Yeah, I mean, the other one that we didn't do anything at, what was the other port that we did?
Barbados.
Oh yes, Barbados. So obviously you don't see much of Barbados when you first arrive, obviously, because you're getting on the ship. But you see Barbados when you...
The last day.
The last day.
Last day before you...
How it works is people disembark and embark on the Friday and the Saturday. So we were the Saturday embarkation.
Crew.
So obviously we had a day in Barbados.
And everyone was going, what's the main beach there that everyone was going to? And then we said, we want to go to a quieter beach.
First of all, we went to a talk. They were telling you about Barbados, which is, I know it might sound a bit boring, but you get some good information off.
Well, it's only because we had nothing to...
But this bloke knew his stuff, didn't he?
Yeah,
And he said, if you want a quiet beach rather than the main beach, then try this one. And can I remember the name of it?
No.
No. Anyway, it was a $5 each.
It was only about 5 minute, 10 minute drive away. It weren't far.
Brandon Beach.
Brandon Beach
or Brandon's Beach.
Brandon's Beach it was. Well done.
And it was lovely. It was
and
easy to get in the water for you.
Yeah.
It had all the facilities.
That's what I was going to say.
Sunbed. We had 2 sunbeds and an umbrella, which weren't too bad at all. Expensive. It had a bar,
nice restaurant, and the toilet. So everything you still want there, isn't it?
And there was hardly anyone there. You could actually go further along and there'd be no one there.
Yeah. So I quite liked it there. And then we were going to walk back, weren't we? Because we thought, it's not that far. We'll walk back. But then there was a taxi.
There was a taxi
and
driver
he said,
do you want to live?
Yeah.
Another tip.
Yes.
Some of the taxis can't go into the port, so they'll only drop you off at the port gates. But it's not a long walk.
No, it's not at all.
Some taxis are allowed in the port, and they've got certain number plates. Some can only come to the port gates. Well, the one that we got in was to the port gates. No, it's not far at all. But it's just something to be aware of.
And so we got, and like he said, it's in this heat. Yeah. It's further than you think to walk. So I'm glad we did get the taxi. And what was it, $5 each?
Yeah, which again,
not bad at all.
$5 American. It's fine.
Yeah.
And they all take American dollars, don't they?
Yep.
Martinique could take euros, so we had some euros.
Yeah, we used our euros for there, didn't we?
Euros.
Yeah.
You know, lots of them will take card and what have you. So.
Right, what's the next thing now?
Disembarkation we've got up to already.
Have we?
We've done ports.
Disembarkation.
We've done excursion. What's the
Go on. Disembarkation.
Disembarkation.
Right, yes. Again, that was put your cases out the night before. I mean, midnight.
It was midnight.
I think that's pretty good. You know, and because we were out that night, and then we had to quickly get back, didn't we? And we got back about 11:30ish, something like that. And then your clothes you had on, put them in the case, put it outside. And what we did do is save a couple of bits for the next morning, ready in our hand luggage little case. That's a good thing, isn't it? To make sure anything you need for the next day, you might need, even if you wanted to go in the pools and that, if you want to put your swimwear in there. Yeah. You never know, change your clothes.
But everything really went, for us, we were very fortunate. Everything more or less went to plan. We did hear people who disembarked on the Friday who were going with Malta to Manchester.
Oh, God, they should have gone.
Had an absolute nightmare.
Yeah,
they should have been picked up around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They left the ship, I think it was 11:45. Yeah, we saw them leaving the ship.
Yeah, I did feel sorry for them.
As much as you want to stay in the Caribbean, you want to get home. Once the holiday's over, you just want to get home. But for us, personally, we had to be out of the room at 9.
Which I think, again, is pretty good.
Brilliant.
9.
So we left about 8:30, 8:45, because you then take the case that your hand luggage. Your hand luggage, carry-on case, you take to the theatre,
get a
drop
ticket.
that off, and they give you a ticket, so you haven't got to lug that around, which is brilliant. We then went to breakfast, took our time having breakfast, didn't we?
And then just had a leisurely sit round, had a coffee, played cards, didn't we?
And before you know it, it's time to go.
Had lunch.
Yeah, had lunch.
Then it was like, you can go and...
1:30 we were being picked up. That all went smoothly.
Very smoothly.
Who got searched as they got to the airport?
Oh.
There was a bit of a queue at the airport, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
To get into the airport.
Yeah.
Went through security, my bag got pulled up because I had deodorant in it.
Which I told him how many times.
Put it in the case. So if you've got deodorant, put it in your suitcase.
Yeah.
I had to pull all my...
No, it's the size. It was the size. That's why.
I had to pull all my wash stuff out, and I thought, poor people.
So that got taken away, didn't it?
So my deodorant got left.
Because I kept saying, is there anything, that's got to go or go in this? No. And then, so you got moaned at, didn't you?
Yeah. And the airport, it's all right. There's a few bars there, a few shops. We found a bar.
We just found a seat and just sat there, didn't we? Because we thought, don't give your seats up. Just sit here until it's time to board. That was a bit chaotic, the boarding.
Boarding was very chaotic because they called lots of flights, and we didn't know which queue was what.
You couldn't hear them for a start. No, you couldn't hear what they were saying.
And I could see people looking, thinking, are they trying to push in? But all we were trying to do was find out what was happening. Was for what flight.
Yeah, it was a bit confusing, that.
But it left the flight
right on time.
More or less on time.
More or less, there's always a few minutes.
Yeah, that was no problem.
And it was nice because it was night time, so they come round with your food and drink. And if you want another drink, rather than us disturb you again, if you want another drink, just order it sort of now. Yeah. And I thought, well, I might as well have another one now. Might as well have the 2 now.
But I was driving, so
you couldn't.
I only had the 1.
Yeah.
But they give you food and then they give you something like an hour before the flight lands, wasn't it? Some sort of breakfast.
I didn't like that.
No, breakfast bar and all that. It wasn't quite what I was expecting.
No, I didn't like that.
And they changed the flight. It was a what was the name of the?
Oh yeah, they did have to.
It was a different plane.
It weren't.
It wasn't TUI. But there was TUI staff on board
with them. But it was still good.
But it was fine. And then we got back to Southampton. Got back to Gatwick Airport.
And then the Virgin plane was having trouble on the runway or something. So we were circling round, and captain said, or the pilot said, we may have to divert to Stansted. And but he kept circling round, and then he got the all clear, so he was all right. I was thinking, please don't go to Stansted.
Yeah, we got fine.
So it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine, and it was freezing cold. So
Yeah, again,
always.
yes. Have
so what
something.
I did, I packed some shorts in the carry-on, some shorts, some jeans
in
the carry-on luggage, and put them on at the airport.
Yeah, because it was easier to do at the
yeah.
airport just before you board the plane.
Yeah. So
all in
all, a total success, I would say.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Where I was like, when you've said about going to the Caribbean.
Yeah, no, she's never been one for the Caribbean, have you?
And anyway, so we've discussed it. And I thought, I wouldn't mind going back. So you've booked to go next year.
Yes.
In January. But not on Arvia.
No.
We're going on Britannia this time.
Which will be the first time.
Because the first week is different ports. Itinerary. Yeah.
Second week is the ports, some of the ports that we've been to
which
already.
I would like to go back to anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
St Lucia, go in run therapy and stay in there this time.
Yes. Well, we might do something and then go back there. I'm going to sit there all day.
I thought you would. Do a bit of karaoke.
Karaoke? Carry me off, eh?
So, Britannia, we've never done Britannia.
It looks a lovely ship.
Yeah, it does look a nice ship.
So we thought, although we're going back, it's a little bit different. So we thought we'll go on that one because everyone was saying how good that ship is. So, and what else are we doing then?
Well, we've got Azura coming up in May.
Yes, not long now.
No.
Fly to Malta and got nice places.
I know it's an old ship, so I don't know what to expect there. Azura, actually, I know.
Probably a bit much like Ventura, I would imagine.
It will be.
So we got that. And then,
I can't believe this, we're going on Cunard.
Oh, yes!
Only a 3-day one.
Yeah. You only booked that the other... Last week, a week ago, you booked that.
Yeah. 3-day thing on Cunard. How's that going to go?
Queen Mary 2.
Yes.
We're going on.
Not the new one, Queen Mary 2.
No, the new one is Queen Anne.
Yes.
Queen Mary 2.
Will Cunard be the same after they've met Essex Pearl? That's the thing.
Oh, excuse me. Probably not.
You can't be doing that on Cunard.
What's that?
You'll get chucked off.
Yeah, so, and where are we going on it? Bruges and Le Havre?
Le Havre. Never been to Le Havre. I don't think it's all that.
No, but I just want the experience of being on the ship.
Cunard, yeah.
Yeah, so that's... And we got balcony, haven't we?
Yeah.
So...
Sheltered balcony.
Yeah, sheltered balcony we got.
So you'd be on your
pretty
best
booked
behaviour.
up. Of course.
Yeah.
And I always.
Yeah.
There'll be no silent disco on there, will there?
There'll be a silent...
well, it'll be ballroom dancing.
Well, I think the Royal Shakespeare Company may be on there, so that should be interesting. You'd like
really?
I think there's something to do with Shakespeare.
I don't know nothing about Shakespeare.
Maybe you could go.
Only Shakespeare's sister, the group.
Yeah, so that'll be an experience.
Yes.
Won't it, just?
Yeah.
And then we've got other things coming up later on in the year.
So lots to look forward to.
So we thoroughly enjoyed the cruise.
Yeah.
We would definitely recommend it. In our opinion, you may hear other opinions who
there's always good and bad, you know. We enjoyed it anyway. Yeah. So. And
if you've watched any of the vlogs that we've put out, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And we shall see you again.
Well,
sometime in May.
The end of May.
When we come back from the Adriatic.
Is that what it is?
It's going to Bari in Italy, which is a change of port. Then it's going to Croatia, then Montenegro, then Corfu, then back to Malta. So hopefully the weather's nice, it's sunny.
Yep, looking forward to that.
And we should have a good time.
We will have a brilliant time.
Thanks a lot for following along. Thanks for watching our vlogs.
If you give it a thumbs up, subscribe.
Yes, that'd be great.
Be brilliant.
See you in the next one.
Soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.